Yo, what is up everybody? My name's Flubler and I'm going to be doing a Sonic No MSG tutorial and any percent tutorial for Sonic's story. Now, we're going to go into many details of the run, as well as some things you should know before you start running, and yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. So the first topic I want to discuss is the many versions of the game. So you have the Xbox 360 version, you have the PS3 version, and then you have emulator. Now, the definitive version to run on this game is the Xbox 360 version, simply for the reason because you are able to install this game on the hard drive, which we will get into later, and you can't do that on the PS3 version, so that makes the Xbox 360 version superior in that sense. But you can use PS3 to run ILs, like individual levels, but for RTA it's not really viable. Don't run on PS3 if you want to do runs, just don't. And for emulator, it's like 15 minutes faster loads than consoles, so if you do want to, just have a quick run, and I mean, emulator is not really that competitive right now, but if you do want to run an emulator, go ahead, because it does save 15 minutes overloads, and it does also have a tiny bit of input delay, and you have to have a good PC for emulator as well. Yeah. Now the timing started and ends. So for Sonic No MSG and any percent, both categories start by selecting Sonic on the episode select menu, and it ends in any percent's case when the final load arrow disappears before the credits play. And on No MSG, it's when you deal the final blow to Wyvern, or when the screen pauses or the music stops. And so yeah, that's the timing and end for you. Now, hard drive installation. So on 360, you are able to install this game on the hard drive, like I said before, and it's very straightforward. All you have to do is just click Game Details. Normally, there would be a button under here that will let you install to the hard drive, but I've already installed it, hence why it's not there. And so you'll know when it's in the hard drive when you go to System, and you go to Storage, and then Hard Drive, you'll see it in the games list for your thing. And yeah, the game is 5 gigabytes, so as long as you have 5 gigabytes of space on your hard drive, you should be fine. And keep in mind, it has to be a hard drive. It can't be like the memory unit or whatever. It has to be like a separate hard drive in order for it to work. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Now, variable loads. So this game has really, it doesn't have to be the internal drive. Yeah, it has to, basically on the 360, hold up, let me actually go back. So basically on the 360, you are able to put a hard drive in. Now, I know on the original Xbox 360, the white one, which I don't suggest running on because, believe it or not, loads are still slow on that one. So much slower on that one. You put in a slot basically, and that gives you the hard drive. And if you have the S, they basically have like 2.5-inch laptop drives, like cartridges they look like, and you just insert them into your Xbox 360 through the top port. And I don't know anything about the E, and in terms of hard drives, but I believe you can use an external hard drive on the E. I believe you have to use one on that, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, something to keep in mind, I guess, when you are when you're, you know, choosing between what 360 to run on. Okay, variable loads. Now, when you run on the S, which most people run on the S, the loads are going to differ between God loads and slow loads. Now, God loads is the scenario of where you have, when you start, the screen goes black after you hit 9 seconds. Normally, it goes black after 11 seconds. And so, when you see that, that means that you have God loads. I will put it up right now on the screen. And so yeah, that is what God loads look like. Now if it's slow loads, like I said before, it would be 11 seconds in. Oh, thank you for the host. It would be 11 seconds in to the when the screen goes black from the cutscene. And so yeah, that's the loads. Now let's actually get into how the movement works for Sonic No MSG. And so, as we load into the game here, I will explain basically the many different kind of movements you can. Alright, so now we're going to get into the movements of this game. Now, basically how Sonic controls and what you need to know for his controls. Now, as we start into this, I will need you to let you know that when you press A and start and also start time, you will need to start mashing pause right away. Simply for the reason because the cutscene loads in right away, and if you don't do it, you know, you're gonna lose time. And so yeah. So as soon as you press A, start mashing pause. Like that, and the cutscene won't show up at all. Now, there's another cutscene that pops up in about 5 to 6 seconds after that, so we want to skip that. And so now we're loading into Soliana. So let's talk about many ways of movement Sonic has. So as we load into Soliana here. So Sonic, basically, he is, you know, walking and then he goes full out running. He like increases speed exponentially as he, as he holds up. And so, also, he can also spin dash starting out, and later down the line we're going to be using gems, you know, to move around faster, and also because some of the gems in this game are really broken. So. Yeah, now, the fastest way of movement in the beginning of the game, all the way up to, I'd say, mission 18? Yeah, mission 18 is spin dashing. So, you want to be spin dashing throughout most of the run if you can. Now, a lot of people have trouble with this. Basically, the spin dash, you're not able to jump out of it by just pressing A. So, a lot of people have questions on, oh, how do you spin dash jump? Because it is possible to spin dash jump in this game. So what you do when you want to spin dash jump, you press X and you press A at the same time. And then you can get that down. Just practice pressing A and X, or X and A. You press X and then A. Keep in mind, because when you are able to do that, you're able to jump out of the spin dash. Okay, now we're done with movements. So, mission 1. First thing you want to do, go to Tails right here. You spam the pause button because it'll load up the cutscene here. And then once you go into the cutscene, you wanna, after the cutscene ends, you wanna hold down on the stick, and you wanna spin dash down and also change the camera. Now, I suggest when starting out that there's many different ways of doing this. You could do this. You could do. Hold on, let me realign this. You could do this. You you could do, there's many methods to do that, but whatever works best for you, you could do that. And then you just talk to this man right here, and then you hit yes to start the mission. Also, I would like to remind everyone here that we are in the process of trying to make this mission be skipped, because there is a way to actually skip this mission that we have to do here, but it is not really viable in runs, and it's complete RNG, and it's only been hit once by DSS. Darkspine Sonic, who's a very talented glitch hunter and runner of this game. And so, going into mission 1 now, immediately what you want to do, as soon as you're able to load into the mission 1, you want to spin dash towards the rings. Spin dash through those 2 sets of rings, and then once you spin dash through, you spin dash jump, homing attack through these, and then you basically homing attack through here, because you can't really spin dash through that. Now, I can't really show this off again because the rings won't appear again, but once you are able to, get better, I suggest, just homing attacking through these. But when you go from this ring to this ring, I suggest walking and then just homing attack through. And then these last set of rings, you spin dash through, jump on this last one, and then homing attack the spring like so. Let me try that again. That, and then get in line with these rings, and then you're good. Now, the time to get for mission 1 is somewhere around like 12 or 13 starting out, but later down the line you want to get 11s, and 10 is not really possible. I barely even hit 10, and so yeah, just try to shoot for a 12 or 13 when you go for this mission. And when the ring pops up, you wanna split. That's the time to split. So yeah, and also you want to just spam through all that text, and then yeah, basically spam throughout all that. Now, going into Wave Ocean right here, you want to buy the light chip, which is a upgrade we use so that way we can get over all the way to Wave Ocean. You want to just spin dash through here, refresh your spin dash by using the spin kick, and then going into another spin dash, and then you want to light dash through here, and then go to the mirror. Okay. Wave Ocean. Now, there is a ton of stuff you need to know about this stage. For one, it's a big reset point. For two, it's depending on what you do, it could be a reset point, but some tricks in this are very, very difficult. So, first thing you want to do, if you want to do the skip, which I'll be talking about right now, you want to go over here, jump off that pillar. You can, there's a tiny ledge you can hit on the side of that pillar that you can use to get over back to the loop again. And once you hit that pillar, it will destroy itself basically, and there's 2 different ways of doing this next part. You could go up here, you could do this method, which is known as cave skip, which saves 10 seconds, albeit it's much harder, and I even reset runs to this, so I'm going to be trying to show this off. We'll see if I get it, and I missed it. So it is a very difficult trick. I don't suggest going for it if you're starting out. Maybe when you get like a 59, maybe start going for it. Also, another way you could do it is you could go off this pillar, jump off this rock, and then jump back here, whatever floats your boat. And so if you're doing this method, which is a lot easier, albeit it does lose some time over the cave skip method, but it still saves a lot over doing the stage normally. And by the way, you're not able to do these loop launches on PS3 because the loops work completely differently on PS3. And so for this skip right here, you want to kind of stand in this general area between this like green dot, I guess you could say, and then this like huge like, I guess you could say, a gash through here, and you want to align with the cave in the distance. And once you think you're aligned, you press A and pause at the same time to buffer a frame perfect like jump, like 1 frame after you start your jump. So you you press A and start at the same time. I messed it up. And also, if this happens, if you just mess it up, then you can just realign and you're good. There you go. You'll know you'll get it because Sonic briefly changes to the standing position off that, and so he will homing attack through the stage, and you are good. And I also land in the cave, which is kind of odd. Now, what you do if you land in the cave, which landing in the cave saves like 5 seconds over not landing in the cave, simply because you have to go around and everything. So if you're not going through the cave, I suggest if you're going through the cave, just go here, fall right into the thing, and then spin kick, and then jump to the spring. Now, let's say you miss the cave. Very, very straightforward. Let's go back here. So let's say you missed the cave. Let's say you landed like right somewhere here. What you want to do is basically spin dash to that dash pad over there in the distance without holding the direction, and you will go exponentially faster than if you hold a direction on that dash pad. And that goes for every dash pad in this game, really. So you wanna, whenever you go on a dash pad, you most of the time wanna just not hold a direction when or after a spin dash when you go onto a dash pad. So see, you go faster, and then you jump up here, spin dash through here. Spring, I'm going to hit spring, and then you hit that. Now, from cave skip, you'll land out of bounds in this rock right here. And if you're doing cave skip, you wanna jump onto the spring and then jump into that spring, and then you're good. And then yeah. However, let's say you don't want to do any of the skips at all. So, this is the route if you don't want to do any of the skips. You go over here, spin dash following the direction on that dash pad, going through the rainbow ring. Now there is a 1 second time save you could do, which is go left of this dash pad right here, and you can, cool game. That can happen sometimes, and, yeah, but keep in mind I haven't done this in a while, so, it's, very tricky. So, when there's this 1 second time save you can go for right here, where you can skip this loop and you can just land in the water. Okay, let's see if I can show this off one more time. There we go, we got it. Alright, so what happens there is when you do that time save, he goes right of the loop, and then he goes all the way over there, and you skip the first loop. You don't have to do it. So once you jump here, go through here, time your jump like that, and then you want to spring here. And the homing attack triggers are here. And now, first things first, about rails. This is the first appearance of them. When you go on these rails, you want to tap X 3 times in a pattern of X, 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 like 3 X taps per second, basically. And when you do that, you will accelerate way faster. But if you go out of sync, you will lose your speed. And so, here, I'll show it off. There you go. You go faster. Like dash on that set of rings, and then you hit this rainbow ring. And then X, 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 X there on that rail. And then right here, then get through that, hit the rainbow ring, and then go through the cave. And then the rest is pretty much the same after you do this. Slight audio to sync? Yeah, that's probably why. It's probably Twitch is being dumb. Okay, so now if you're going through here, this is just a pretty self-explanatory automated section. Sometimes, though, there can be lag, a lot of lag here, and these boards will despawn, and yeah, that sucks. That loses time, and that's not in your control. And so, just be aware of that when you run. It's happened to me several times. Just right here, just smack A, and then you're good. Now, on to Tails. So, Tails' movement is very interesting in this game. He basically has what we call Tails flight manipulation, which is where you are able to extend your flight for a very long time, and you'll be able to do that by holding A, and then once you hit his cap, you hit A again whenever you want. And now normally when you fly, you hit his cap like that, and then he just dies and just gets tired. Now, we abuse this flight manipulation to skip all this section and go all the way over there to where the gate is. Now, over here, this camera angle's very weird. So, normally when you go over there, you wanna jump here, do the flight manipulation, hit his cap, and then hold it again when you're ready. Now, preferably do this on the right side, simply because you have more room to work with. But as you get better, start going to the left side of the rock. Now, there's two ways to do this next part. You don't actually go and hit the switch, because that triggers a cutscene for Sonic going over the gate and doing Moxby, which loses like 20 seconds. So yeah. What do you do for the flight manipulation again? You want to hold A here. I'm going to show it off. Try to show it off. Hold A, and then when you hit the peak of his flight, you want to let go, and then you're able to press A again, and then you'll be able to hold his flight longer. And when he gets tired, you want to let go. When he gets tired, you want to let go, because if you just hold, then he's just going to fall like a rock. And yeah, that's not the way to go when you do this trick. So, for this next coming part, you could do this two ways. You could go on the spring, which I prefer doing when you're starting out, and then when you reach the palm tree, you want to do flight manipulation again, and then go hit the switch. Or go hit it in the trigger, if that makes sense. Or you could, when you get better, when you want to go for harder, more time-save strats, this saves like a second and a half. You go up here, jump off this, the camera angle's weird, and once you do the flight manipulation, you go up here, and then you hit the trigger. There you go. Now, a good time to get with the good section time to get there would be with the Wave Ocean Skip if you land in the cave, probably like a 112 or 113. With the cave skip, it would probably be like a 109, 108. And if you're not doing any of those, you want to shoot for like 135s, 136. Now, Mach Speed. This is probably one of the hardest Mach Speeds to get down starting out. Because basically what Sonic has is 3 different speeds of his running on his Mach Speed. There's speed 1, which is him basically like holding his arms out and he's like not really going as fast as he could. And then there's speed 2, which is when you hold up on the stick after you achieve speed 3, which speed 3 is basically after you light dash on rings and you don't hold a direction, you'll continue to maintain speed 3. And you want to maintain speed 3 for a very long time, as soon as you're able to. So, what you do here is speed 3 jump, and after the ring dash, and then there's another set of rings to ring dash here. Now, there's many different ways of doing this. Whatever works best for you, you can do. But typically what I do is I hold up still so I'm able to control Sonic, because if you don't hold a direction here, you're gonna be hit by the pillars. And so you go around these pillars and then get ready to light dash on this ring, light dash jump, because there is a rock in the way. So light dash jump, and then light dash on those set of rings. Don't hold a direction, speed 3 on those, speed 3, and then because Sonic's angle is weird going onto this bridge, you wanna hold right a little bit, and then you want to light dash through those rings. And then here, just some quick time events. Light dash jump through here, so that way you skip the ramp with the tiny little like animation. Bring dash here, speed 3, speed 3, speed 3, move, speed 3, speed 3, speed 3, speed 3, speed 3, and then here you want to get hit if you're going for this next bit. So for this, going into this cave right here. Now, I don't suggest doing this when you're starting out because you could die if you had 0 rings, and that is not good. So if you are starting out, I suggest going right here, going here, not doing that. I just shoot this ring, and then go on the loop. But you can take the other route, which I will show right now. Okay, here I'm going to show the other route now, which is going through the cave. But you do risk losing time if you do this, so maybe just go on the right side if you're starting out. But what you want to do is get hit and also achieve rings. And the reason why you do that is because at the end of the stage, when you have a certain amount of rings, you have the ability to S rank, which will give you an extra medal screen, which loses 5 seconds, and you do not want to S rank on any of the stages. Now, keep in mind, S ranking also only matters on stages and bosses. S ranking does not matter on missions at all. Just a quick note. And so for this next bit, if you want to go through the cave, you want to line up like right there, I'd say. That's a good spot. And then when you're about here, like there, you should jump, and then you'll go through the cave without, most likely go through the cave without getting hit, like so. And then once you see the second light dash of rings, you want to light dash jump through here, and then hit that set of rings, and then you go through here. And then when you're on this loop, you want to be as far left as possible on this loop so you can perform this upcoming jump here, which saves 3 to 4 seconds over hitting the ramp normally. Yeah, I'll show it off. There you go. That's the jump. Now, what can happen sometimes is the ramp will lead you straight to the ring, which that still loses time over the jump, but just not as much. But that's kind of RNG. It's not really like in your control. So, yeah, and then the pillars, like if you just hit the ramp and just go on the pillars, that loses like 4 seconds. And so, just go here and then you hit the trigger. Now, a good wave ocean time to get starting out, I'd say, without the skip, would probably be around a 246 or like a 250. And then when you do the skip,
made it.
I'd say like the normal skip, not the cave skip. You do you want to get like 216s, 214s, and then when you get good with that, you want to get like 208s, 209s. And with cave skip, you optimally, when you're starting out, you want to get like 204s, 203s, and then when you get better, you want to try to shoot for sub 2 when you do cave skip. And so we're done with Wave Ocean. This won't pop up if you're doing runs. Just be aware that basically what you do on the screen is you continue without saving when you do the run. So I'm just saving just because I don't want to game over. So right here, there's another cutscene that pops up. You want to spam start through here, and then right here is where we're getting into Excerp clips. Now, this will change over the next few months because we are in the process of changing to loadless timer, which is basically in-game time, which is like basically the time without the load screens. So these Cerb clips right here, you want to basically, normally what we have to do is we have to go and buy the anti-grav all the way over here through this shop right here. There's an upgrade, the anti-grav, you buy that normally, but we are going to skip that. We don't need to do that. So what you do actually, but if you want to save time, and I think this saves like 15 seconds over buying the anti-grav. So what you do is you want to line up right here at this door like this. This angle would be good. And you want to time your homing attack, or you want to jump, and then when you are about to reach the reach the floor, you want a homing attack. Like that. And so when you clip through, you want to go over here, and when we do change the IGT, you only have to do this once, and you can just hit the spring, because with IGT you want to spend as least time as on the hub world as possible, and basically that completely changes how we play the game. So in right now's case, you want to go over here, get this mirror, and basically you're stuck here normally because the guards won't let you out. But if you go here and you angle yourself like this at the corner, you are able to do the same thing again, which is basically homing attack as soon as you reach the floor. And then you do the first clip again, and once you get the first clip again, you want to go to this spring right here, and basically what the mirror does is it will normally, when we talk to this girl, which is what we normally have to do, we will get spawned down there, and we will have to go all the way to the mirror, but because we hit the mirror already, what basically the game's doing is storing what we do in the mirror into this girl right here, into any loadable, objective. And so when we talk to this girl, what it's gonna do is take us to this cutscene. And the side effect of this is the whole screen is black when this cutscene happens. But normally, if you just spam through the girl, you want to just spam start as soon as you talk to the girl. Now, Excerp. This boss right here can be tough for many people starting out. It's pretty self-explanatory. So what you do is spin dash all the way over to Excerp like so. And this guy can give you certain RNG. This is the only RNG in the run that's kind of that could be bad for you. He could mess you up, but it's not absolutely the worst RNG. At the very least, RNG would only lose you 15 seconds on this, if he does the worst thing you could, which isn't that bad. Honestly, you could save that time anywhere else, basically, once you're starting out. So, depending on what pattern he gives you, he could turn around right away, which if he turns around right away, you want to restart. If he continues walking, that means he could turn around, but you're not sure. And so if he does turn around when he's walking, after you get on his rail, then you want to just homing attack before him. But what can happen sometimes is he could just instantly, get ready to start sprinting, and if he does that, you want to also restart. But in some cases, he could get ready to start sprinting later down the line, and you have to, be sure to be quick when that happens. And then there's some situations where he can actually turn right, which kind of sucks. That's the worst good, acceptable one, I guess, starting out. But when you go up to Excerpt, you want to just homing attack his rail, like so, homing attack his other rail, and then get on the horn. And then you want to throw him onto the statue.
I can finally see your face.
And sometimes what can happen here is, if you hit a specific polygon or pixel of the statue, a very, very specific one, this is 1 in 1,000, by the way. This is not going to happen to you once, it's very, very rare. There's a very slight chance he could turn around right away, and you lose 15 seconds because you're not able to get on this rail right away because he's going to already be sprinting. And so, just be aware of that when you're doing runs. So, And you go back here, spin dash all the way to this rail, jump homing attack, spin dash jump homing attack onto the rail, and then ride his rail, and then hit his horn again. And then basically you have to make him turn around, so just try to ram into the wall, and then once you ram into the wall, shoot him from the statue here. And so a good time on this, you should be getting like sub 30s, but later down the line, you should probably get like 27s. 26 is possible, but that requires him giving his best RNG, and also 25 is possible as well, but that's requires really good movement. And so, after you defeat Excerp, there's a tiny little cutscene you have to skip as well, so just figure out that as well. And now you cannot avoid the S rank on this mission right here, because you are already beating it like really fast, so no matter how many rings you have, you won't be able to, you know, nothing will happen. So you split when you get the second medal, and then, yeah. Now, Dusty Desert. This stage has a lot of crap in it, and I'm going to be showing off some of that. This stage requires a lot of spamming and stamina from your fingers, basically. So, what you want to do in this stage right here, as soon as you load in, spam left and go around these pillars. Try to like go around these pillars when you're starting out. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to go, you could just do that, and then you could homing attack off this, and then you could just, you want to homing attack like continuously through this section, especially when you're going uphill on any section. You want to just homing attack there, and so here, and then there's two ways of doing this next part. There's another loop launch that we do on this stage that saves 2 seconds. Yeah, like 2 seconds, and you can do that. But I'm gonna be first showing off what you do if you don't do the loop launch. So you just hold up, don't do anything, and then just quick time events, mash that, and then walk down this normally, because you do have speed when you're walking down this, so just be aware of that. Do not homing attack down this hill at all. When you reach the bottom of the hill, start homing attacking. And then you should reach here fine, and then go on the dash pads, and there you go. And then you hit the ring dash. Now, here's what you do for the loop launch. Now, there's two ways of doing this loop launch. So you could pause buffer it, which is what we do for the first wave motion kit, but it is also possible to do it unbuffered. Now, doing it buffered is way easier, although it loses time RTA, and it is faster in the IL, so just be aware of that. So if you want to buffer it, you basically do the same thing for wave motion skip, where you press A on the first frame, and then pause, and then unpause, and then you're good. But it is possible to do that unbuffered, which basically you do the same thing, but you just spam air. But it does, you go farther when you buffer it for some reason, and I don't know why to this day, but you just do. It's weird. So if you, let's say you did any of those methods, you're over here now, you want to ring dash off this, go here, do Char loop. I'm kidding. Char loop is a very difficult strat. It's not really viable in runs, by the way. And so what you want to do now is jump off at the end of this loop right here, and then hit the trick ring. Now let's say you missed the trick ring. Let's say you missed the trick ring and you don't make it. So let's say you land like right here. Homing attack through here. Jump up here. Jump through here. Jump on these pillars, and then you wanna, after you jump off that second pillar, you wanna homing attack. Sorry, give me a second. You wanna homing attack off that, and then you hit the spring, and you're good. That's something most people did not know about when they were starting out running this game, so I just wanted to keep that in mind. So when you're here, you want to go around this ring, since this ring is very, very slow. it's slower than you spamming through here. So spam through here, and then you want to ring dash up these rings right here, and then hit the guy so you avoid the S rank on this stage. And then you want to jump up here, and when you're starting out, maybe go all the way over to the edge on this ring dash right here, and try to ring dash there. Okay, here I'm going to show up again. You want to spam X when you want to ring dash there, because sometimes what can happen is when you ring dash, Sonic will sometimes like hang up on the spin dash or the light dash, and yeah, you're going to be pretty much dead after that, and you're going to lose like a minute, or you're going to die, and that's not good. And so when you're here, do not hold a direction, don't touch a button when you're running through here. Don't touch anything. And then when you're like right here, like when you see these jars, when you're like about to pass by these jars, you want to homing attack and also use your shield. Like so. And then just homing attack here. And then you finish the stage. Now, a good Dusty Desert time without the loop launch would probably be a 103 or 104. With the loop launch, you probably want to be shooting for 101s, 100 flats, or maybe even a sub 1 minute later down the line. Now, same thing as before, you spit on the metal, hit save, there's a cutscene right here, so you want to mash as soon as you hit the metal screen. Now, the Silver the Hedgehog fight. This fight, for many people, is very tricky starting out, because Silver can sometimes mess you up, but I'm going to be showing a few different methods you could do Silver. So I'm going to be first showing off the 25-6-3-3 method, which is the easiest, where you just hit Silver, and attack twice. When he jumps, you want to attack him again, and then just do that 5 times. And there you go, he's gone. And so that will result you in getting a 25-6-3-3. But there was a new method of Silver found just a month ago that you can actually get 22s and 23s with. However, this method is not really like super consistent. It's not like the most consistent method out there. So when you're doing runs of this, I suggest maybe starting out and going for the 25-6-2-3 strat starting out. So here I'm going to be showing off the 21-22 Silver right now. So first thing you want to do, so same as normal, you want to homing attack him, and then you want to hold down and then basically angle the camera towards Sonic, and then once you're on the ground, spin dash, spin kick, move back, hit Silver, and then you want to go over to the barrels. And so what we do now is we abuse Silver picking up items, and we hit him over and over again with it. So we go back, again, and now this time we have to go back slowly each time we do it. So just be aware of that, because there's a certain position where Silver is going to just walk up to you and not do anything, but because we are making Silver, because we're like farther than the limit of where, you know, Silver won't walk, he'll just pick up items and just try to throw them at you. And so for this last 2 hits, you want to actually spin dash through him, like so, and go over here, and then make him jump, and then you're good. There you go.
Not now.
And here I'm going to show off FBKs just for fun as well. Don't do this. This is just an IL only strat. I just want to show it off because it's very cool. So what we basically can do is we can oh shoot, I'm dead. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing off FPKs just for fun. Don't do this. This is a bad idea. you know, just don't do this ever. Like, unless you want to go for ILs. So, what you want to do is when Silver, like, stands up, there's a brief moment for a frame where he will be able to be hit, and you kick on that frame, and once you kick on that frame, he's gonna be hit. But sometimes if you hit him the frame later, he's also gonna get hit, but you will also be thrown as well. So here, let me try to show that on.
It's no use! No! It's no use!
I'll try it one more time.
No!
There, you see it? I hit him, and he also threw it. So that means I was a frame late. But yeah, don't do this. This is just, you know, don't do it, please. Whatever. So here, I'm going to be showing off the 21 method again. So here's the 21 method in action again. Over here, go to the barrel, go to items, do it again. On the last one, spin dash. And then spin dash back, and then you hit him.
Not now.
And you should be able to at least get like a 24 with this method. Even if you're not like super fast, which still saves time over 25.623. It's just 25.623 happens to be the time that you get always when you do the consistent method that I did earlier. And so right here, you can't really avoid the S rank again, so you want to just split there, and then scroll through this. Pause, like start mashing start because there's a cutscene here. Now, I'm going to be showing off MSG now. If you don't want to see MSG and you just want to learn no MSG, click the timestamp on the video, or there will be a timestamp on the screen right now to when I will be done with MSG, and also a timestamp in the description. And so, if you don't want to do MSG or any percent, then you can skip that. So, let's say you want to do any percent. You're still watching right now. What you do is go over here. You talk to this girl, basically. And what you do is basically take this girl all the way over here, and when you select the mission, or when the box comes up for saying yes or no, you want to hold that while you're in the water. Focus. So, what you want to do when you're at the MSG lady right here, you want to reset her position. Basically, what you have to do is click X on her, and then once you hit no, spam X on her again so you instantly activate her, and you want to do this 3 times. And so when you do that, basically what that does is it has her the ability to move out of her place of where she is right now. And so when you do that, you want to start homing attacking her and keep a rhythm of this. Homing attack X, no. Homing attack X, no. Homing attack X, no. You want to just keep doing that, and you want to keep having a rhythm, and you want to take her all the way to the water's edge. And you want to keep doing this. Just keep doing this. Homing attack X, no. Homing attack X, spam, no. Homing attack X, no. Homing attack X, no. Homing attack X, no. Homing attack. And sometimes she can be stuck and do that, like such. But when you see her move, you want to just homing attack and then X, no. Homing attack X, no. Keep a rhythm when you're doing it as well. Like, keep a rhythm so that way, you know, you can get familiarized with, like, what you're doing. Because if you're just all over the place, I don't think it would work as well. You want to just keep a rhythm as you're going. And you want to keep doing this until you reach the water's edge. And so when you reach the water's edge, you wanna hold X and you wanna hold up on the stick as soon as you activate the text box. And so what basically that does is, as Sonic is falling, you activate her text, and then you spam through it, and then when you are on the second to last text, you want to start holding X and on the yes and no text box. So when you go, what you want to do now is go all the way over here, go to this mission right here, Who's the Captain, which is the mission you do after you do normally in the no MSG route. And so what you want to do is you want to keep holding X. Keep holding X. This is a big thing you want to do. Keep holding X. And when you do that, basically what you're going to do right now is hold X for a frame after you unpause. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to buffer and unpause after you pause, so that way you're briefly talking to him by pressing X for one frame. For some reason, hitting the yes and no text box is 2 frames, and so talking to him is 1 frame. So that's the reason why this trick works. And so what you want to do is unpause and quickly press the Xbox button, like right away. Right there. So you buffer a 1 frame pause, unpause. And after you do that, you want to keep holding X and then unpause. And then let go when you talk to the captain.
Hey.
There, that is what should happen. So, when you do this, you want to spam. Yeah, I know it did. My internet briefly went out, so yeah, it happens because of COVID. So, what you want to do now is spam text with B. Don't use A and X because that will hit yes on the text box. So you spam A or you spam B through this text. Now, there is a frame perfect trick you can do on this MSG, which is called load skip. Now, it is very difficult, and if you do miss it, it doesn't cost you any time, so it's just kind of like one of those things where you just might as well. But if you are early, you do lose like 15 seconds because you have to go through an extra loading screen, I believe. But if you're late, then it's fine. And sometimes what can happen is you could buffer a yes press. And so, what you want to do for loads is press B 5 times because there's 5 text boxes here. And as soon as the 5th text box disappears, you want to press A or X. And when you do that, you'll know you'll get it because you see the mini-map for a frame in the corner come up. And you hit the yes button as well. So let's see if I can get it here. Shit, I was early. But, and I gotta censor that. Alright, so basically this trick is very, very difficult. Believe it or not, I actually did record this 2 months ago. I recorded, I need to quit out at a different time. So, about 2 months ago I actually recorded this tutorial, but the video file got corrupted so I couldn't upload it. And I actually did get load skip, believe it or not. And so what you want to do is quit out the mission. You usually want to quit out when you are at the lady, but because I didn't pause fast enough, I wasn't able to. So what happens now is I have to go through the text of Who's the Captain all over again. And so then what happens right here, when we actually do the mission and complete it, something very, very interesting will happen. So you do the mission normally, so this captain right here, and then just spam through this result screen. And then you just continue spamming, and then
That was incredible!
And then as soon as you see the load arrow disappear, don't save. As soon as you see that disappear, you split. And there you go. We're at the credits, everybody. And I can't show it off because of copyright. So, yeah. Let's go back now, and I'm going to be showing off what you do if you don't want to do MSG right now. So, let's say you don't want to do MSG, and you are doing the no MSG route. So what you do is after you load up from silver, you want to spin dash to who's the captain, which is mission 5, and go right here, go around here, spin kick so that you maintain your speed. And sometimes you can knock this captain over like that, and you won't be able to activate his sex box. And so what you do is you just spam through his text, and then you go into his mission. Now, through here you spam through some more text, which is the text that we use for MSG. And yeah, here, let me see if I can.
Hey.
Yeah, spam through that. And now this mission you could actually do 2 different ways. You could homing attack him and get a really good time. However, you risk homing attacking the wrong place, or you can just walk up to him. When you're starting out, just walk up to him, and you just hit, and you just spam through the text. And usually you want to get like under 3 seconds with this when you do this mission. Now S rank doesn't matter on missions, so you can S rank on pretty much every mission. And so now coming up, we're going to be going into Solion, a new city, for 2 more missions, and then going into the next stage. So you want to spin dash all the way to the store, jump on it, and then yeah, pretty self-explanatory. And after you load up into New City, by this time you won't have the anti-grav, but for mission 11 that is very, very useful, because for mission 11 the anti-grav is pretty useful for getting out some of the enemies. So what you want to do here is just spin dash all the way over to the shop, buy the anti-grav, go over here, spin dash all the way over here, and then go to battle at the warehouse, mission 12, right here. Now this mission has a lot of tech to it. It's probably the most tech mission out of all of the missions, besides maybe like Trial of Courage or Mission 19 as they call it. And so what you want to do, as soon as you start the mission, you want to spin dash and then hit this bot. And what that basically does is you will hit that bot, because that bot normally doesn't get hit when you spin dash through the TNT exploding boxes. And so what we basically did is spin dash through him, and also spin dash through the rolling boxes, like the exploding boxes, and we got all of them. And so what you want to do after that, jump out of spin dash, hit these guys. You want to hit that guy from under, by the way. And then when you're here, anti-grav these guys, go around, and you're good. And then around here, go under, and like these box, and that's the order. With these. And then right here, you want to anti-grav these. Like so. And then this spot, you want to anti-grav quickly, and then homing attack like that. And him, and then do a homing attack chain on these. And then anti-grav this exploding box, and then anti-grav this box right here. And then homing attack the last box. Now, a good time for this mission would be somewhere along the lines of a 40 to a 45. Starting out, you should probably try to get sub 50s, maybe. Also, I almost forgot to split. And so after this mission, there is a... Basically, you go to Knuckles and Tails, and you load up a cutscene. It's kind of dumb. And so you just want to homing attack to them, like that. And then you spam pause to skip the cutscene. Now, loading into Mission 12, this mission is very, very similar to Mission 11. However, it's not as long. You just go to the gate, and you're good. Now, for this mission, you want to also use anti-gravs towards the end as well, and so you go over here, spin dash through here, spin dash through the town. You see the white Acropolis mirror over there. You want to go through here, and then you hit the trigger. And this mission's a bit different in terms of like movement for mission 12. Mission 11 is pretty much this is pretty much like very similar to mission 11, except it's not as long and it's not as much text. So spin dash right away into that guy, so you can do the other ones and then only attack these guys. And then these last set you want to anti-grab. Like so, and you're good.
Piece of cake, no sweat.
And a good time on this, you want to be able to get 18s on this mission. It is possible to get a 17, but believe it or not, you'll be able to determine if you get a 17 if you see the text box pop up around the 13 mark on the timer. And so the text box is kind of RNG. It's kind of stupid, honestly. But yeah, that's mission 12. White Acropolis. So this stage has a lot of tech as well, in terms of like what you need to do. So this beginning snowboard might seem very confusing starting out, but once you get it down, it's very, very simple. So what you do for the snowboard is you instantly want to hold up left. Hold A. You want to hold A the entire time you're on the snowboard, by the way.
As long as you can.
Hold A.
Release it right at the jump.
Don't let go of it. Hold A. You want to go around here. You can go through here, go off the bat, and then you go here. And then you're good. And then you go around this corner. And what you want to do here is let go of A, and then press A again when you're in the middle of this ramp. Like so. And so that's the speed cap, that's the first speed cap. So that guarantees you a 105 or a 104. And normally you get a 112 if you don't do any speed caps. So if you get that, that's good. But this next trick coming up here, this saves 10 more seconds. And so if you get this is a lot more time. So what you want to do for this trick right here is right about here is a homing attack trigger, or a jump trigger. And so when you get here, you want to jump like that. And Sonic will jump in this weird fashion right here, and you'll know you'll get it because he'll jump like that. And you'll have exponentially increased speed. Now, this speed is very hard to control starting out, so don't get too fussed up about messing up the movement for this speed. So here I'm going to be showing off what you do when you get the speed. So as you can see, the speed exponentially increases, and you're going faster. So you go around this corner right here, jump off here, go through the section, don't hit a snowball. If you hit a snowball, then you're going to basically lose all your speed, by the way. So go here, hold down when the camera changes, go on the inside corners. And also, by the way, when you have Shari speed, only Shari speed, you can just go off the ramp without pressing A. But if you have the speed cap or you don't have the speed cap at all, you have to hold A when you're going. When you have to jump at that ramp right there, and you have to time your jump. So yeah, something to keep in mind. And then just go through the door. And you want to get like 55s, 54s, 56s when you go through that door, starting out. And now this next section is very, very quick. Basically what we're going to be doing now is doing a trick called laser clip, which you clip through the laser, so pretty self-explanatory. You go through here, you jump at the same time, and then you clip through the laser. Now, keep in mind this trick, you have a very, very small ledge right here to get on in order to, cross the other side. Now, when you do laser clip, you want to go back on the sledge, and then you want to aim with that. Now, there's two ways of doing this next section. You can either go through here, go all the way around, which is pretty consistent, or you could go for a thing called physics jump, which is basically where you jump through here, and then jump on the ramp as it's falling. However, I'd be able to do that. Oh, I still got it. Okay. And then you jump onto the platform. Or if you're really, you know, really want to get that time save, but this is not that consistent, you could also go for this rock launch right here, which I almost got. I was very close, but yeah. And if you don't want to do any of the stress, what you do here is you spin that from here. You want to also keep in mind you have to spin dash by holding your direction on these death pads, so you have all your speed. And then you go to the ramp. Now, a good time for Light Acropolis would be a 1:37 without the speed cap, a 1:25 with the speed cap, and then like a 1:15 with Shari's speed. With physics jump, you want to get like 113s, 112s, with rock launch, 111s, 110s. Those are pretty much the strats to go for. Okay, here we go. So this stage right here, Crisis City. It's very, very difficult starting out. It's the longest stage in the game up to this point for Sonic. So just be aware there's a lot of stuff you need to know for this stage in order to do well. So Crisis City. Basically, starting out, you're on a snowboard again, just like White Acropolis, and like I said before, you want to hold A every single time.
The whole city's on fire.
And there's a tiny, very, very tiny speed cap you could also go for that saves like 2-3 seconds, where you do the same thing as the White Acropolis speed caps, where you briefly let go of A when you're in the middle of the ramp, and then you hit it. And now that saves like 2-3 seconds. It's very not that noticeable. But this next upcoming speed cap, what you want to do is you want to come to a complete stop, okay? To a complete stop when you're like right here, and you want to do the same thing that you do for the speed cap in White Acropolis, where you let go of A and then press A again. Now, it is possible to do this without coming to a stop, but it is very, very risky. If you do miss it, you lose 15 seconds. So, and you also, if you land, then yeah. If you land, you want to just keep going. But if you die, you have to restart. So, just be aware of that when you're starting out. But it is possible to do the speed cap without coming to a stop. You could just slow down very little amount, and it should be good. So when you have the speed cap, like I said, you exponentially increase speed. So you go over here, go around these pillars. If you hit a pillar, you're screwed because you go the other direction and you fall off, basically. So when you go through here, you want to hold A, go around this ramp right here. Sometimes what can happen is you could hit this rail, and if you hit the rail, you could just jump off the end of the ramp, and you'll be able to land back onto the rails, and that's totally fine. And right here, this is where you want to be if you don't want to get wormed or get hit by the fire pillar. Clearly not. Let's do that again. Alright, so right here, you do not want to risk getting wormed. You should aim like at this square right here, and try to aim Sonic's kind of like snowboard towards the edge of the right side of the ramp right there, and you should be able to go smoothly around the worm and also around the fire pillar. And when you go through here, you want to just go around the things. By the way, if you hit the trigger and you also die, it's fine. You can have 0 rings, get hit, and also hit the trigger. And I think it also saves time as well, like 0.3 seconds, but it's kind of scary, so I suggest not going for it. Now the strat you want to go for starting out is just jumping off this this part right here, and then going on the rail, going around here, going on this side of the wall, go on the far side of this dash pad right here, and you're gonna hit the spring. And then, yeah. However, there's a faster strat to that, which I will show off right now. So, what you can do actually is you can shoot back on the rail, and you'll be able to instantly down warp all the way to the rail, which is faster. It saves like a second to 2 seconds, depending on how fast you get it. So when you're about right here, hold back or hold down left, and also spam A with your thumb. Don't spam with your index finger if you want to spam fast. Just spam with your thumb. There you go. And once you get that, you want to hold down on the stick and also homing attack on the rail. And like I said before, when you're on these rails, you have to tap X in a pattern of 3. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see how Sonic's moving? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And now, when you're here, there is a small time save you could go for on this rail right here, which is you can jump off like so, and you can go here. And that saves time over hitting the spring, because hitting the spring, Sonic gives like a short animation, and then yeah, so you can just jump off that. And so when you are here, this is like the same spot you end up as before with the other method. So you want to spin dash through here, homing attack to the spring. Now, this is right here coming up is a trick called clench jump, which basically what you do is when this rail's about to turn, you want to jump off, and then homing attack at a very specific time in order to make it to this platform right here. Now, if you don't want to go for this, I totally understand. What you do is just go over here, and then you like dash through here. But it saves like a second if you want to go for it, but you know, it can be scary for sometimes. It just, you have to get the timing down to, you know, get pretty good at it. So, something to be aware of for that. Okay, right here, X step again, homing attack with birds, and then hit the right button. Alright, here, jump homing attack towards the rail, and then homing attack onto the spring. And now right here, there's an automated section, self-explanatory, you don't have to do anything for here. Alright, here what you want to do is spin dash around here, spin kick through this wall, jump on the spring box, jump here, jump around onto the bridge, spin dash through here. And sometimes what can happen when you homing attack that rail is the homing attack will cancel, and that loses a bit of time. So, just be aware that when you're running, a nice backup you could go for if the homing attack cancels is you could go up here, and you can just do that. And then what you want to do next is go over here, homing attack on the spring, which will take you to third section. And yeah. That's second section, you trace the city right here, and then, yeah, you're pretty much done with second section. So good time you want to shoot for second section, you want to shoot for something around 210, like you want to try to get sub 210s starting out, like when you get better, but it's okay, you should probably, when you're starting out, you'll probably get like 215s, 214s, and as you get better, you'll shoot down more to the 205, 206, 207 range. But yeah, so this third section right here, if you want to spin dash, hit this bat, homing attack around, spin dash through here. Basically, you want to spin dash on any flat platform. Homing attack here, die, homing attack on the trick range, spin dash up here, jump here, because believe it or not, even though, whoa, wait, what? Hold up. Bruh, I didn't know this. I just realized this. I had not known this ever. So, basically, what you can do here is you can, when you go all the direction on this, when you homing attack onto the platform here, basically you go faster. It's weird. I just found that. I've never seen that before, so that's very interesting. So, when you're here, I suggest getting the checkpoint because of the supplement trick right here that you do. It loses some time, but if you get the checkpoint, you won't lose that much. So what you do here is when you attack these birds, hold up left, or hold like more up, I guess you could say, on the stick and try to face towards this pipe. And when you're on the pipe, you want to jump off the pipe at a very specific time, and you want to jump onto the spring and stick the home protection. Like so. There you go. And that saves a second, and that's known as focus pipe in the community, so yeah. Okay, this mod speed is very, very RNG based, whether you're gonna get like hit by the platforms and whether you're gonna be like, you know, actually alright. So you want to maintain speed 3, so speed 3, speed 3, speed 3 move, speed 3, move, speed 3, move, and then hold up speed 2 through here, speed 3 jump. I was too late, so I messed it up. And when you're like right here, you want to spam X like so, so you ring dash to the top of the things before the pillar, and then you want to maintain speed 3 here, speed 3 goes, speed 3, speed 3ing as much as you can through here, speed 3 jump, speed 3 jump again, and then you, after your speed 3 ends, you want to hold speed 2, and then you spin that speed 3 through here, and then once you see these two cars, you want to get hit by one of them. And once you get hit by the car, you lose all your rings, and you're able to S rank, avoid the S rank on this stage. Now, what can happen sometimes, believe it or not, is when if you get hit by a piece of a car, or anything, basically, and you hit the ring, well, with Sonic's dead body, basically you're going to avoid all the lag on the results screen, and you're going to save time. But that is very, very unlikely. That's only happened to me like once or twice. So that's out of thousands of attempts. So yeah. So the good Crisis City time you want to shoot for is like somewhere around the 335, 330 starting out. But later down the line you should shoot for 325s, 320s, maybe sub 320 if you're really, really good. But yeah. That's Crisis City. And like I said before, you want to split on the metal screen. And then going into this next stage is a cutscene. Whenever there's a black screen of just now loading text, just spam start, by the way. That's you'll know it's a cutscene when you see just black screen with a loading screen. Okay, so Flame Core now. This stage right here also is very, very difficult starting out for many people. So, I'm going to be showing off Flame Core right now. So, Flame Core, what you want to do is jump off right here. You skip that whole loop section right there. And yeah, you're good. Now, right here you want to spin dash through... what is that noise? I think it's a plane, whatever. You want to spin dash through here, and then, while holding a direction, spin dash on the boost pad, and then you'll go fast, and then you want to go around the corner, and then spin kick through here. And then when you're here, you just order, reverse, hit the dash pads, and then jump around this corner. Now, this jump can be very hard for some people, so I suggest when you're starting out, maybe jump, so that way you lose all your speed, so you can, you know, just go and try it. Now, when you are, I don't think that, yeah, I can't. So, I'll show it off once again. Alright, so, and if you want to do it non-stop, you totally can, but non-stop, like, even people that have 58 don't even do non-stop, so. I suggest don't do it until maybe you have like a 57, I'm not sure. But, yeah, so if you want to just lose your speed, you can just jump like that, and if you fall off, if you don't make it on there, what you can do is basically go around here, jump on these platforms, here, homing attack chain, and then spin dash for holding direction here, and then you're good. As long as you don't hit the upper portion of the thing, you should be fine. So you spin dash up there. Now what you can do here is you can just casually walk through this door. It's weird. I don't know why you can do this, but you can just walk through that door at the corner. Okay, yeah. These birds, you want to jump off here, and you want to hold your jump, and you want to homing attack the bird, like that. Now, there's two different ways of doing this next part. You could go right, which is the easy way up, and you can just hit the spring, and also you'll be able to get a 1-up, which is, of course, convenient for later. And you could just hit the spring, or you could do this. Try to get up there. Now let me try to get back to the... So, what you could do normally, basically, is like... Oh yeah, I also like to mention, you don't have to hit that bird like that, you can just hit the spring and then hit the bird. But hitting the bird like without hitting the spring is faster. So here I'm gonna be also showing the other route right now. So here is what the other route looks like. Bring that up here, and then you go through here, and then you hit these two birds. And there you go. And then you want to go through here, hit the platforms, and then when you get hit, you want to spin dash through this section right here. Now. And then these two birds, and then go over here. And then jump out here, homing attack, spring. And then you cannot skip this door, believe it or not, so we are just gonna have to begin. And so you hit these guys, like so. And then you go.
Piece of cake, no sweat.
Jump. Here, homing attack this bird. Now, there's the cool trick you can go for in this, at the store right here, where you jump off the door and here, show it off, like that, where you hit the bird as you're falling down, so that way, when you want to spin dash through the lava, so that way you can jump off the cliff so you can go off to the other side. So you skip the animation by doing that, and yeah. No, I'm gonna release it to YouTube, Luma. I'm gonna release it to YouTube, so yeah, but see you later. So when you homing attack normally on the lava, Sonic has a little animation where he falls down and he has to get up again. But by hitting this bird, at a very specific point, you could just avoid that, and you could just go.
Cool! It's raining fire!
Just jump through there, and then you're good. You want to bring that through here. So, believe it or not, sometimes you can get puffed. Yeah, it is going to take time to upload the video, but yeah. So, sometimes you can get puffed here, or you can get puffed on the other side. And what you do here is you want to, basically if you fall down also, take this spring, because you'll end up right here. And so what you do is you go over here and spin that without holding a direction on this very loose pad right here, and then you go into the right. Now sometimes, believe it or not, you could actually get puffed out of the sky there. It's never happened to me before, but it has actually happened to me in Silver's story, but that's besides the point. And so, have a good night, Luma. See you later. So, I'm going to be showing off now second section flame core, which first thing you'd want to do, jump off this box right here, jump off here, homing attack this rail, and then homing attack on this rail, hit the Iblis. Now, we're going to be doing this trick called tunnel clip now, which is basically what we do is we anti-grab on the side of this tunnel right here, and we skip a door that we normally have to go through. So you spin that through here, hold X when you hit the dash pad, and then turn around and hold up when you are up on that little flyer thing. So yeah, But if you miss it, it's fine. It only lasts like 10 seconds. So you go over here, go through there, and then you go back. So what you want to do is jump through here, go here, spin dash through here, hit this the thing, and you could also clip through this door, by the way, if you just spin dash without holding a direction at the corner. So yeah, and then just spin dash through here. Here, hit this trick ring and then do the X taps here. And there you go. And then here's this next coming trick. So, knuckle skip. What you basically want to do for this trick is you want to go to this wall right here, climb up this wall. Now, the Xbox 360 version of this game, this wall is very, very dark. So you might want to turn up the brightness or the contrast on your TV when you're you know, learning this, so that way you can actually see. But just be aware that it is very difficult to see here, so I can't even see myself. So you want to be like right here, around this area, like right here, like here. And once you're up here, you want to hold up and you want to jump. And it'll take a couple tries, but once you get it, you want to jump through and fly. Now, there is a kill plane to your right, so you want to avoid that kill plane when you're flying through. And just go through here. Now, if you have less than 28 rings, I believe it is, 28 rings, you go over here and you drill down all the way to the ring. Now, if you don't have more than 28 rings, what you want to do is go over here, get hit there, and then glide all the way to the ring, and you're good. And we beat the stage Acropolis. This was found by Darkspine and Sonic, very, very long time ago, 14 years ago, almost older than me. And so,
shoot! I've still got a ways
keep in mind, a good flying core time for this stage would be around the 240s, 230s mark. And then when you get better, you want to shoot for sub 230s. But 240s and 250s are fine starting out. You know. So you split. Alright, now this boss right here. There's two different methods of doing this boss. And there it is here. I'll show the first method off. This method is way easier, by the way, to do than the other method. Alright, so what you want to do is get some rings, face the rings all the way over there, wait, and then when Sonic says dialogue, you want to homing attack.
It's a little too far to attack.
And then homing attack through these rings, and then jump on here, and then hit that little thing. And so what he's going to do now is he's going to come over here, and right as he's about to land, you want to homing attack, jump and homing attack his eye, so that way you hit him as he's falling. And you want to do this 3 times. And I missed it, but yeah. I don't usually do this stretch, so just something to keep in mind when you do that. So yeah. And also, you want to get rings there, so that way you have a contingency of, you know, some rings. So, right here, you'll know if you get good or bad RNG. This boss also has RNG as well. But it's kind of like not really that worst RNG, because it can be like up to 6 seconds bad, which normally usually isn't. So what you want to do now is get some rings, go over here, and then you want to spin dash all the way over here. Now, since you don't have any rings, you want to just spin kick when he comes up to you. Like, you want to spin kick now, and then you want to homing attack his eye. There you go. And looks like we got bad RNG the second time, so yeah. You'll know if you get bad RNG on this this particular thing, because you'll see the what's it called, the platform not coming. So spin kick here, and then you
What's wrong? Is that size just for show?
and there you go. That's the strat you want to do starting out. I'm gonna show off the harder strat now, which saves 10 seconds over this strat, albeit it's much harder, and I have actually messed this up a couple times. So
Leave this to me.
what you want to do is you want to spin kick on the edge of this platform, and yeah, once you spin kick off the edge of the platform, you want to spin kick when the rocks are coming, just in case you get hit, because you don't want to get hit. You have to have a ring.
Is there some way to draw him
So what you do here is you stay here, and then you wait for him, and then when you see the particles coming from this thing, you want to fall off, and then you want to aim for the middle of the platform, and then as he is falling, you want to spin dash, and then as soon as you reach the peak of your spin dash, you want to spin dash and then spin kick at the middle of the platform. And keep in mind, you have to walk a little bit forward so that way you spin dash fast, because if you just spin dash, then you're not going to have enough speed. Like so. So, what that did is basically, I hit the pixel of his eye with my spin kick, with spin kicking the platform. And so, because of that, I was able to hit his eye. And we just do this 3 times, so get a ring, spin kick off the platform, so that way Sonic does this animation all the time, so that way you can just fall off the platform normally. Jump off here, and then spin kick. You want to spin kick as soon as you hit the platform, by the way. And if you do not have good RNG, and you don't want to die, you want to just make a very short jump and get some rings, and then yeah, you'll be good. By the way, so yeah. And then you do this again, when the particles come up, do that, spin kick, and you hit the platform, and then you're good.
Is that size just for show?
Okay. Now I'm going to be showing off a cool strat that you probably shouldn't do, but I just want to show it off because it's really, really, really funny, and yeah. And it's really hard, but it only 7 seconds, but if you do it well, you will, if you mess it up, you lose 2 minutes, so yeah. I'm going to be showing this strat called Last Hit, which is where you homie attack, where you basically anti-grab his eye. And I'm going to be showing it off right now. I'm going to try to show it off at least. It's not that easy, so we'll see if I get it. Look at your boy! Oh my god! Oh my god! What did I just do? Okay. This strat is very hard normally, okay? I did not expect to get that. And so... Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
That was incredible.
That's insane. Okay, I have to clip that. That is actually nuts. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that just happened. I actually just hit that in the tutorial, man. So here, I'm going to briefly go back now and show off what you normally do if you do not go for that strat, because you do not want to go for that strat. I just got lucky, okay? So, I will be right back. Okay, so, this is what you do if you do not want to do last hit. So, let's say this is the last hit. Same thing as normal. Over here, stay here, wait for him to throw his rocks, and then you just wait for him to release the platforms. Okay, and when you see him go down, you want to look to where he's going. So he's going left. So you want to go to this patch of rings right here. And when he stops, you want to homing attack his eye. You want to just jump off and homing attack his eye. And then you're good. So a good time you want to get without last hit is 220, or with fast Iblis. With just fast Iblis, you want to get like a. You'll get, if you get 3 out of 3, you'll get 221. If you get a 2 out of 3, you'll get a 223 or 224, depending on how fast your movement is. And then you'll get a 226 if you only got 1 out of 3 good RNG. And as for the normal strat, it's the same thing, but it's in the 230 range. And then last hit saves 7 seconds in the IL. So, yeah. And in a moment, I'll be at Radical Train, so. Okay, say we're loading into Radical Train right now. So what you want to do is, there's an upgrade you buy called the Bounce Bracelet that you use to get into Radical Train. So you go over here, go to the shop, buy the Bounce Bracelet, go out, and there was this cool trick called Building Clip. I haven't messed with it, but it is definitely something to keep in mind as well. I haven't really tried it yet. I haven't really messed with it, so totally up to you if you want to go for it. Not really my thing, but yeah. Just would like to keep in mind that it's possible to clip through this building with the bounce bracelet, but I haven't been able to do it ever, and I haven't tried. So normally what you do is you go around this building right here, you go through here. The right side is faster, by the way. We tested it out. Right side is faster. And so you want to spin extra here. On this chimney, you want a bounce bracelet. Sometimes when you bounce bracelet once, you'll instantly just clip through, and yeah. But sometimes you have to bounce bracelet twice on that. So just be aware of that. Now, Radical Train. This level is very interesting because you are on a time limit here in terms of like what you have to do. So you have to be fast for this level, pretty much. But as long as you get all the tricks down, you should be good. Alright, when you're starting out, you want to go over here. I'm going to attack this rail. As soon as you hit the 1-up, as soon as you collect the 1-up, you want to jump off the rail. And then you want to homing attack the bot and then hit the trigger.
Yes.
And then what you want to do is spin dash to the switch right here, anti-grab under the door, and go right up the dash pad. This is really important. You have to go right up the dash pad, otherwise you're going to die if you go like slightly left or like even more towards the middle. So you have to go right up the dash pad. So when you're here, you're going to start some weights. Here, conveyor. Now this trick coming up right here, you want to hit the spring, homing attack the bot right here, and then you want to hold down right, more so down, like so. There you go. And once you do that, you homing attack the bot. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this next part. There's going left, which is much harder, or going right. I'm going to first show off the left method, and then I'm going to show off what you do if you want to go right. The left method saves 2 seconds, though. So if you want to save those seconds. When you go through here, when you're right on the ledge, you want to do a clench jump onto the platform here, and then yeah, you're good. Now let's say you want to do the right side. So what you want to do is go over here, going attack the bots, jump in here, and then here. Oh, train. Okay, we're good. And then anti-grab under this door, hit the thing, and then do the quick time event, and like spin kick through that box right there. Sometimes that can happen, which is pretty annoying. Spin kick through this box again, spin dash here, homing attack on the rail, jump off the rail early, homing attack so it fall faster. and then when you attack the rail, and you do the X pass on the rail. And then when you approach the spring, you want to jump off and hit the spring. And then once you're here, you could either do a door clip, so that way you clip through the door, and you are able to go to the end faster, or you could just hit the bot and then you could get the switch, which that's slower, but it's definitely much easier. And then also what you can do is insta-clip, which is basically where you clip through the door. It's like right away without the spin dash, but I won't be showing that off. I'm going to show off, so normally you down for this guys. And then, by the way, keep in mind, don't quit out after you hit these dash pads. If you quit out, your Xbox is going to hard lock. And yeah, rip Xbox. So do not quit out when you hit these dash pads. Do not quit out. Whatever happens, don't do it. Okay? Just be aware of that. Spin dash will in your direction here, and then you hit the trigger for the Moxby. Now, this Mach speed right here is very interesting. There's a trick in this Mach speed called ramp skip, which you appropriately named skip the ramp. So you want to speed through here. If you want to go for ramp skip, what you want to do is angle yourself like right here, more so left, and then you want to hold left, hold up left on the stick, and you want to jump as soon as you're off the ledge, like so. And then you're able to skip the ramp, which is very slow. But there is also an easier method of doing this. Apparently it's easier. I don't think it's easier, but this is Focus's method of doing ramp skip, which he does that, and then gets a ring, and then he jumps off at the edge, and then jumps onto the thing. It's slower, but I don't think it's easier. So let's say you don't want to do ramp skip at all. What you do is just jump like that, and you're good. And sometimes you might hit the bot, but yeah, it's cool. And so you ring dash off here, ring dash here, jump. You want to do a big speed 3 jump so you avoid the ramp, because you're gonna still maintain your speed, by the way. Alright, speed 3 over here. And now you don't want to take these ramps, by the way. Do not take these ramps, whatever happens. Just you want to jump onto the train, by the way, when you hit the trigger as well, so that way you lose all your rings to avoid the S ring. And so yeah, a good time on Radical Train starting out, you want to shoot for sub 2s, and later down the line you want to get like sub 150s. But the best I've ever gotten is like a 143 on this stage, so definitely you could improve this a little more. Alright. Okay, this boss coming up right now, this is pretty much I'd say the hardest boss in the entire game, in terms of like, you know, what you need to do. This boss is very difficult starting out, so if you mess up, don't worry about it. If you go for the rock launch, that is. But first I'm going to be showing off what you want to do when you're starting out, probably. What's easier. So I suggest doing what I'm going to do right now until you get a 101, until you get like a 101 or 102 is when you want to start doing the rock launch. So what you do normally is you wait for him to do his thing, and then as soon as he drops down, you bounce bracelet onto the thing, and as soon as you bounce bracelet twice, homing attack the thing, and then homing attack, and then bounce bracelet, because bounce braceleting off the thing is ever so slightly faster. So I suggest doing this when you're starting out until you get like a 101 or 102. Just keep doing this. And what you can actually do, you could actually throw these rocks at Genesis, believe it or not, and you can deal more hits to him and save more time. And so yeah, so this is what you want to do, I'd say, until you get like a 101 or a 102. Just keep doing this, just over and over again. Just wait for him to do his thing, and then hit him. And you do that 4 times. Now I'm going to be showing off the rock launch method, which is way harder, but it saves, I believe, if you get double cycle, it saves 20 seconds. If you get triple cycle, it saves 40 seconds. And if you get triple cycle with the ILs, with the IL rock, another rock launch, you're gonna save like almost a minute by doing that. So, and if you're also able to do rock launches if you just get double cycle, and you'll be able to just get a 110 by doing this. So, what you first want to do, homing attack onto this rock, get some rings, and then you want to line up like right here. You want to have Sonic facing down. You have to have Sonic facing down. And then you have to spin kick up. So when you're like this position on the rock, you want to press up and spin kick, and your rock will launch in the air. And then you jump off the rock and land on the Genesis. And you want to line yourself up like right here. And as soon as you see the fourth rocket, you want to bounce bracelet. Start bounce braceleting. As soon as you see the fourth rocket disappear, you want to start bounce braceleting. So you can get hit in the air and you could land back on the Genesis. And then you get a ring. This means you've already gotten double cycle. You already guaranteed yourself double cycle. But this is what you want to do if you want to go for triple cycle. So what you do is you line yourself up with this arm right here, and sometimes what can happen is actually this arm can fall off, and so you have to align with some of the other arms, which kind of sucks. But you know, it's RNG. This boss is kind of stupid sometimes, but yeah. So what you want to do, as soon as you see the rockets fall off, you want to bounce bracelet very rhythmically, like bounce, bounce, and then when you see the rocket coming to you, you want to bounce bracelet. And I missed it. So, right now I'm gonna put a clip of what triple cycle looks like for those who want to see. So first off, you go on the rock launch like this, jump up onto the boss, and then after you see the fourth rocket, you bounce bracelet like that. Go for RNG list, which I did get. And then jump when you see the rockets go. And there you go. That's triple cycle for you guys. There you go. That's how to do triple cycle. Right there. Okay, so that is what triple cycle looks like. And if you want to go for the rock, the rock launches, basically what you can do is go on this rock right here, time it out, and then you could hit those little, you see the little things with like the yellow lights on them, you hit that and it's going to deal damage to him. But if you miss triple cycle, then what you do is basically you just hit him twice with your bounce bracelet homing attack. And yeah, you just do that twice, 2 times. And of course you can go for the rock launches, but it doesn't save that much time. So, bounce bracelet here, jump bounce bracelet. There we go. And so when if you are doing the normal method, you should lose your rings so that way you avoid the S rank. Because if you're doing the normal method, you could avoid the S rank, by the way, without the 145 method. You have to lose all your rings. So he has to land on you, and you continuously spin kick so you don't die when he does that. So, but for double cycle and triple cycle, it doesn't matter. So you want to just spin dash across the whole battle area, I guess you could say. And you just go over here and just wait for him to do the same. And you'll be good.
That was incredible!
And yeah, like I said before, the best you can get on this stage is like a 51 or 52 in a run. 50 is not really doable in RTA at the moment, so yeah. But into a double cycle, You could get like a 110 if you get the rock launches, but I got a 120 with double cycle here, so. And with triple cycle without the rock launch, it's like 59 seconds, something like that, but yeah. That is Genesis for you. So, now moving on to Tropical Jungle. This stage right here has, is another princess stage, the very last princess stage of the run. So what you want to do for this stage, as soon as you go into the stage, you want to just hold down on the stick and just run down the hill. And then when you reach the water, just want to across the water like this, and then you're good. And so this stage has a lot of very interesting text. So it's possible, believe it or not, it's possible to avoid an S rank on this. So there's basically on the end of the second section, you have 30 or more rings usually most of the time if you do it if you do Tropical Jungle normally. And you have to hit the bot to avoid the S rank because you cannot have more than 28 rings in order to avoid the S rank. You cannot have more than 28 rings to avoid the S rank. So how we're gonna do this right now is I'm gonna show you how to avoid the S rank and how to avoid the last bot hit. But if I do have more than 28 rings, I will show off the bot hit as well. So
Let's run straight up.
So what you do is just go around that log right there, you go on the ramp, right here, there's an automated section right here, and then on this half pipe right here, hold shield and also try to move around the boxes. Sometimes you can just shield through the boxes. So you can check him, on the ramp. Now there's two ways of doing this next section. Now you can go right and avoid a mistake known as the thing, which is where Sonic basically, it's a frame perfect A press for a jump, and Sonic basically stalls and he falls like a rock and you're dead. So what you can do, starting out, you can just go right and you can just avoid, pretty much avoid the thing happening to you at all if you use this method. So that, and yeah, that's more safer. So yeah, but if you do, if you want to risk it, this saves that loses time. But if you want to risk more time, you go here and then you time your A press very, very specifically, like so, and you'll get the feel for it eventually. But yeah, if you miss the thing, it loses like 40 seconds, and if you miss the thing, you want to restart. By the way, so. Oh, what's up, Gordon? How's it going? Yeah, so right here you want to only take the bots, only attack the spring, and then hold up right on or hold up left on the boost pads here, because you're gonna bonk here if you don't. So right here, what you want to do is X-step on this rail, avoid the bot, and hit the vine. Now, what you then want to do here is after you hit this bot, angle yourself towards the rail, and then you want to jump onto the rail, and then X-tap. Now, you want to jump off the rail and homing attack that, because sometimes what can happen is the spring will stall after you do the rail acceleration. So, yeah. Right here, you want to jump here, hit this spot, and then hit this one. And then you're good for this first section pretty much. Use X-tap here, and then this is another automated section. Gordon, you missed it. I got last hit in the tutorial, by the way. It's pretty cool. So right here, you want to just swing to here. Go left. Go on the very left dash pad, by the way. You want to go on the very left dash pad, so that way you avoid these rings. And you want to hold X. And when you're right, like here, let go of X. Like so. And when the camera pans out, like right now, you can start moving. Because there's kill planes around you, like all around you when you're here. And so, if you hit a kill plane, then you lose like around like 10-15 seconds. It's not too much time, but still it's a lot of time. So what you want to try to do is land on the dash pads after you fall off. You'll get it down, it's just not that easy. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. You're right, Gordon. Alright, so for second section right here, you want to slow down a little bit, and you want to light dash up these rings. And it looks like we're going to have enough to do it. So, what you want to do is just shield through the water, unshield through here, hit this dash pad, shield through here, and then hold down on the camera. You have to hold down on the camera because there's lag on console. You don't have to do this on emulator. On emulator, there's actually a very, very cool route that you do for this stage. I think it's faster. I don't know if Gordon has showed it to me. I think he has a couple times. He's an emulator runner, so yeah. But yeah, when you reach here, you can let go of A, you can let go of shield. When you go back here, you can just homing attack from here and hold shield. And if you have less than 28 rings, oh really? Okay, that's cool. But so if you have less than 28, if you have 28 or less rings, you can avoid the bot hit. But which normally you do, if you want to do the bot hit, you go here, you get hit, and you have to hit him in the air so that way the animation doesn't happen where Sonic gets back up. And once you do that, you want to hit the boxes, and you want to jump and hit him from under, and then homing attack the spring, and then you jump to the ring. And there we go. So, a good truffle jungle time, I'd say, is around the 150 range, starting out, 155, 150, but later down the line you want to get like sub-150s, 145s, 140. The best I've gotten is a 140.6, so, yeah. Alright, now, Tails Wave Ocean. This stage has a lot of tech, and it is very, 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 something you have to be aware of, and you have to, like, know how to do pretty well, starting out. But, yeah, so this stage right here, in my opinion, I think it's kind of pointless, but it is fun, not gonna lie. Like,
this is terrible. Princess Elise went to see Eggy.
So, what you do on this stage is you go over here, go over to the mirror, do the Tails flight manipulation. This stage requires a lot of Tails flight manipulation. A lot of it. Like, you have to get the Tails flight manipulation down, like I said in Flame Core, about a couple hours ago. So, when you're going, let's see, when I'm going through Wave Ocean right now, what you want to do is Tails flight manipulation all the way over here, like so, and then what you can do is you can walk over to this dash pad. You want to be like right here, and then you, wait, what? Oh, I think I was slow. I think I was slow, I think that's why I missed it, but yeah, you have to be like running speed when you do it, so. What you want to do is you want to line up like right here, and what that will do is it'll boost Tails, and you'll be able to maintain your speed from the Tails, from that boost, and you'll be able to fly across the stage, and this saves 15 seconds, so, yeah. And when you're here, you want to just jump off here, and then you do X taps here as well. And then there's a very specific time that you have to let go of this rail so you maintain your speed, which I did not get. Here, I'll try to show it off. If I can get that on. I almost died. 2, 3, 1. There you go. And that's how to maintain your speed. And what? That was weird. I just like buffered a flight from the HUD, but anyway, so what you want to do is land on this, after you refresh your flight, you want to land on this pole right here, and you want to refresh it off that pole. And then you go through here, and then jump through here, go through here, jump off this ledge right here, and go through and hit this base. This is another automated section, so just be aware here. Jump here, and then do flight manipulation here to this ring. And then right here, you can use the refresh of the flight, and you can jump over here, and go over there. And then once you're on this hut, you can just jump off, and then go here, and you're good. And you want to land on the rock. Land on the rock when you do this, so that way you can get up to the ring as quick as you can. Alright, and there you go. So a good time for this stage, you want to probably get sub 120s as you're when you're starting out. But later down the line, you want to try to get like 115s, 116s, 114s. The best I've ever gotten in a run is a 110. Only 2 people have hit 110 though, which is me and Shari as of right now. And Shari has the world record. I used to have the world record for the stage 2, but it's no more, unfortunately. So, yeah. And so, yeah. Next mission right here. So we're going to be doing what is known as trials now, which is basically 3 missions back to back to back. And we do them so that way we can unlock the Eagle, so that way we can go to Kingdom Valley. And that's the second to last stage in the run, by the way. So, yeah. So when you go into the hub world, you want to spin dash right away and spin dash around here to the shop, and you want to buy green gem, red gem, and blue gem starting out, I suggest. And then you want to head over to this guy and talk to this guy. And now from now on, blue gem is the preferred method of movement from now on. So keep that in mind. You want a blue gem from now on. And we blue gemmed over to that guy. So yeah. So mission 18, there's 2 different ways of doing this mission. You could do this either the intended way, which is actually faster, believe it or not, and we found that to be faster, or you could cheese it. Here, I'm going to show how to cheese this mission.
Will send me far away in a flash.
Bounce boost twice, and then you hit the spring. And that's easier than doing it the intended method, so just be aware. And if you want to do the intended method, here, let me try to find where the thing is. So, if you're doing the intended method, just blue gem here, this last portal's the one, this portal right here, and you take this portal, and then hit this trigger right here, so that way you can go to the ring. And there you go. And with the cheese strat, we are able to barely get a sub 10 second time.
Hey.
But with the intended way, we get like usually like 8 second time, so it's like a second faster.
That was incredible!
So just be aware of that when you do this. Okay. This next mission, you need to know how to do well. This is like one of the missions you need to practice very, very much when you are starting out, because if you die on this mission, you lose 2 minutes. Because there's 6 loading screens to get back into the mission. So, yeah. Just be aware of that. So, for this mission, I suggest when you're starting out, you want to blue gem. You want to blue gem a lot of the time for this mission. So, right here, you want to blue gem to this guy. Spin dash over to this boost pad without holding direction. Jump, bounce bracelet on that guy, and then hit the spring. And now this set of bots, depending on what you do, you could do these in any order you want, but depending on what you do, thank you Laz for the follow, you do basically like, let's say you want to just hit the spring, so do that, And then you want to hold A on the third bot, and then you can just hit the spring, and you're good. But we can save like a second and do this strat called white bounce, which is where you hit the homing attack trigger right there, and that saves a second. But I suggest when you're starting out, just take the spring, honestly. And so this next section, what you can do starting out for this bot right here is you can just green gem, and then you could hit him 3 times. And then for these last two, you want to anti-grab, blue gem over here, bounce bracelet on these guys, and then bounce bracelet homing attack on this guy. So yeah, something to keep in mind there. For this IL, you want to be getting like 42s, 41s, some in the low 40s. Later down the line, you want to get like sub 40s though, for sure for this stage.
That was incredible.
Yeah. All right, this next IL is sure to please Gordon. This is Trial of Love. So this IL is kind of a meme because exactly what Gordon said. And yeah, basically, yeah. So what this mission is basically this is a freebie win. And what you do, you basically choose either one of the two characters, which is Elise or Amy, and they're both pretty much the same speed, but Amy I think is just slightly faster. Because, yeah. And so you spawn like right here, and so usually you wanna like you can just blue gem straight to it, but if you do Elise, it's slightly closer, yet you have to turn. So I'm not sure. But yeah, I suggest Amy's actually a little bit harder because you could fall off this log that you're on right now.
Sonic, I knew you.
What? You can go straight to Elise from Amy? Wow. And also, I just realized, why is Elise so tiny? I just realized, she looks so tiny on here. But yeah, so I suggest maybe choosing Elise when you're starting out because there is a slight chance you could fall off the log when you are choosing Amy. But Amy is like slightly faster, so maybe start out choosing Elise basically. But this mission's like kind of like one of those like freebies missions, so just be aware of that.
Incredible.
Alright, Kingdom Valley. So this stage is by far the longest stage in the entire run, and it is definitely very tech heavy, and you will need to practice this stage a lot when you are starting out. And so, by the way, on the movement to this stage, just jump off the eagle early and just blue gem, like right now. And then you just hit from here. And there's a cutscene here, so just spam start. So, first things first for Kingdom Valley. Right away, what you want to do is you want to hold upright and jump off like right here.
Let's get to Elise right away.
Switch to blue gem. Time your jump homing attack, so you go over here, blue gem here, hit the rail thing, and then do the X tap on the rail. Now you could do this route two ways. You could go left and do a homing attack onto that rope right there, but it's very precise and timing wise and like movement wise, so maybe don't do that starting out, maybe just like go here. Homing attack right away. Do not hit this bot all the way up there, because that's going to fall the bridge and you're going to lose time. So when you're starting out, maybe just homing attack here and then hit that ring box. It's faster than hitting the other thing, so you want to go here, spin dash through here, light dash on those rings, and then spin kick as well. And then spin dash around this checkpoint, and also spin dash the top holding a direction on those dash pads. And then blue gem up this wall.
Let's try going up.
Up here. Spin kick through the rocks, jump on the rock, Jump from the rock, homing attack. Jump from the spring. Hold upright after the spring so that way you don't hit the boxes. Hold more so right actually, and then you want to blue gem all the way to this thing, hit it, and then here's what eagle skip looks like. So, oh, you're back? Oh wow, okay. Well, welcome back. So, this is what eagle skip looks like. What you want to do basically for eagle skip, you want to jump off right here when you're running. Like right there, and you do not want to hold the stick. The camera changes, so you do not want to change the stick. Just hold neutral on the stick and jump, and because the camera changes. And so when you're like right at that crevice, you see that crevice that I just was at, you want a homing attack. But if you're when you're starting out, you could just take the eagle. It's fine. It only saves like 5-10 seconds. So. Okay, for section 2, when the loading screen is about to disappear, you want to be spamming up and A. Spam up and A on this loading screen when it's about to end, because you're going to land on this pillar right here, and you want to jump between these pillars, and then jump through here, jump on these pillars, and then you attack on this pillar, and then just, yeah. Jump through here, go on the springs, go left. Now, what this is doing basically is this is skipping silver section, and which silver normally you have to you have to throw the boxes and you have to do everything. But normally, actually, silver would be faster on this if we did have the upgrades. If we did have Heart of Wind and we had teleport dashes, but we don't have that, so yeah, we are not able to. You're not able to. Well, actually, now that I think about it, what if we go to. If we complete silver to a certain amount, we unlock silver, and then once we unlock silver, we do silver, and then we go to the heart. We buy the Heart of Wind, and then we go here, and then are we allowed to use the Heart of Wind then? I don't know how that would work. It'd be very interesting though if we had that. Okay, so anyway, when you're here, you would attack here. We jump the stairs, go around this door, jump here, and then there's a trigger right here that you hit. So, yeah, exactly. But you don't have to complete Sonic to do silver. You don't have to complete Sonic. You could do silver. You could finish silver before you finish Sonic. It's possible. So, yeah. But yeah, when you're here, there's an eagle that flies around. You want to jump on the eagle, and yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But it would be possible though to buy. Would it be possible though still, like even though it wouldn't save time? I'm still wondering. But anyway, so when you're here, hold down right so that way you instantly go on the death bed. These are some of the door clips. So what you want to do is stand at this corner like right here, align yourself like at a 45-degree angle. Spin dash if I'm holding a direction, and then, yeah, you should be good. Really, you can. It's possible. And you could get, like, a new Kingdom Valley gold. You know what? I might actually do that. Okay, so what you want to do is spin dash around that bot, or you could, I mean, you could blue gem if you want, but I recommend spin dashing around that bot when you're starting out, and then hitting the rail thing. And so, yeah, when you get on the rail, you want to do the X taps, and then you want to get on the rails in a very, very specific order. Like what you should do. So here, I'm gonna go back and try to show it up again. What you need to do. So you go here. You want to jump on this rail right here, and then this wind current, and then as soon as you're on this wind current, just jump off and hit this ramp. And then you could either spin dash or blue gem. I suggest maybe like spin dashing around, because I mean it's gonna be hard to control spin dashing starting out. yeah, just
Yes.
yeah. So this next trick coming up here, I'm going to be showing off very, very briefly. This is a very, very cool trick that I think people should start doing maybe when they get really, really good. As far as like green gem goes, the green gem only method, because there's two methods of doing this next trick. This trick is called castle skip, by the way. And what you basically do is you skip an automated section that you normally do as Sonic after you hit a spring. So what you want to do before you get castle skip is you want to, there's two different methods of doing this. So you could do red gem and green gem, or you could do green gem only. Now green gem only is way harder, and it saves more time. It saves 8 seconds over doing the automated section, and then if you do red gem castle skip with the green gem, it saves like 4 seconds. So yeah, just be aware of that. But it is faster on the idle timer to do red gem castle skip, I think. So here, I'm going to be showing off red gem castle skip first. So what you want to do for red gem castle skip is you want to hold right trigger, hit these bots in this specific order, hit the eagle, and then as soon as you hit the eagle, you want to switch to green gem, and then when you're like right here, jump off, go on the pillar, like right here, you want a green gem, and run on the pillar, and then jump off the pillar, and then I did not make it that time. So I'm going to try this again. I'm not going to go for it too much, I'm just want to show it off because it is a very cool trick. So, that. Here, eagle. And there you go. You want to align, for the trigger, you want to align with that kind of like pillar on the side of the pillar, like the, you want to align like here. I'm going to show it off when I try green gem, so here, let me see if I can, let me see if I can show it up. So here, I'm gonna try green gem only castle skip right now, which is much harder because you actually have to hit him from the side for this one. So here, I missed it. I'm only gonna try this one more time. So yeah, I don't suggest going for green gem starting out. I haven't really messed with green gem in a while, so yeah. Here, I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna show you what you do when you just go through the automated section. It loses like 8 seconds over doing the green gem method, but if you do the red gem method, you'll save like 4 seconds, I think. So yeah. Just be aware that this trick is really kind of hit or miss for most people. It's like, honestly, I think this trick is, I think it's very cool, but it is not like something you should do starting out for sure. Just maybe do the red gem method when you have like a sub 1, when you feel comfortable and when you get it down. But when you went with the green gem, I suggest much later down the line, because the green gem you have to be very, very precise with your homing attack on the eagle. So this next section right here, you want to spin kick through here, jump around here, the rope, homing attack spam through here, so that way you get there, go through the checkpoint. And if you spin kick at the corner of the right side, you're able to maintain your speed, which I wasn't able to do, but that's possible to do. Now, you could blue gem on the first staircase, by the way. But on the second staircase, if you get hit or anything, it's over pretty much. Like, you are screwed. So just be aware of that. I suggest just spin dashing down the second staircase. Alright, there's 2 methods of doing this next door flip. You could go here, you could jump through here, and you could go and hit the trigger, which is right here. Or you could, here, let me try to get back in. you could do the blue gem spin dash method, which is faster, but I suggest practicing it a little bit before because I have been messing it up a bit. So you want to angle like right here at the door, and you want to spin dash out the door. And by the way, you have to spin dash without holding a direction at this corner. And then when you hit the corner, you want to hit blue gem. So, like so. There you go. And you clip through the door. So yeah, just be aware of that. Now this Mach speed is probably the easiest Mach speed out of all of them, to be honest. Very, very self-explanatory right here. You just want to speed through here, move, speed 3, speed 3, jump, 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 jump right of the ramp. Do not hit the ramp. Go on the right wall, hold up, and also avoid the pillars. Speed 3, speed 3, speed 3, speed 3, jump, speed 3, jump, speed 3, don't do anything, don't hold direction, go. And then right here you just hold up on this wall, and then yeah. And you won't be able to S-ray, by the way, even if you like don't get hit, because the stage is so long, so yeah. You can just speed 3 all the way to the end. Now, good ping the belly time. You want to be shooting for, try to shoot for maybe like sub 410s, sub 4s. Later down the line, you want to get like 355s, 350s, 345s, 340s, and then when you're really, really good, you want to get like the 330, the 320 range. But yeah, just be aware that this stage can be a pain sometimes. So yeah. And so here we're coming up to the newest addition to Sonic 06 strats, which is white gem clips in Aquatic Base. So first thing, but before we get to that, Gordon, don't get too excited. Before we get to that, we have to unlock Aquatic Base's doors, and we have to unlock the Aquatic Base door by hitting every single bell. And we do this in a very, very specific order, so that way we can save time. So what you want to do is spin dash through here, blue gem across this bridge, and sometimes there'll be a guy there. Sometimes there could be like people like randomly like all over the place. Like the RNG for like the people is weird, but yeah. So you want to hit this ball first, blue gem off here, bounce bracelet off here. I did not mean to do that. Blue gem through here, jump off this bridge, blue gem up the stairs, there we go, down the stairs, the jump pad, and then hit the bell, blue gem through here. And if you don't feel comfortable blue gemming, you can totally spin dash, blue gem here, jump, jump, blue gem. I messed it up. So, here you want to just go here, jump off this building, go here, and then bounce bracelet onto the shop, so that we instantly are able to talk to the guy. And what you want to do is you want to buy white gem and you want to buy sky gem, and then after that you are able to go here. You want to jump up the string, and then go here, and then you unlock the Aquatic Base, and then you're able to go down to the Aquatic Base door, like so. And then you, yeah. By the way, if there was a way possible to clip out of the Aquatic Base's door, what we could do is we could activate the Aquatic Base mirror, and then we could sky gem up to the bell. And once we hit the bell, the Aquatic Base mirror activates, and so we instantly go into the Aquatic Base. I believe that's how it goes. I'm not too sure, so yeah. So for Aquatic Base, this is also another very tech-heavy stage that you want to keep in mind for when you're doing it. So when you start out, you have to blue gem spin kick at the door, moving through the hallway, spin kick at the lasers, and then right here is the newest addition to strats. What you want to do here is Sonic can you want to angle yourself right here, press A and RT at the same time, and you'll flip through the door. And you're good. And then, yeah. And then you bounce bracelet down and homing attack together. And then you hit this guy, bounce bracelet, homing attack, and then, yeah. Listen here.
It looks like it was really advanced.
So this opens. You want to spin kick twice through there, so that way you not only, just in case you get hit, you want to just, you know, hit the bot as well. So, next you want to spin dash through here, jump on this guy, hit the rainbow ring, hit this guy at the, you have to hit this guy from the left so that way you throw him onto the exploding boxes so you get all of them. Combo all of those guys. So now you wanna, you could spin dash through here, that's what I did for the longest time. But whatever floats your boat, really. So then you want to sky jump up here, through here. You'll land right here, and then you want to aim your sky gem like right where I just aimed, like right here, and then you want to wide jump through here. You unfortunately cannot wide gem through these doors yet, so you just have to sky jump through them, which is basically you just press A and RT as soon as you click through that door, and then you switch to blue gem. You go here. Same thing, and yeah. And then you go to the next section. And so this section has a very cool new skip that's also pretty new. That was also found as a result of the white gem clips being a thing. So yeah. Blue gem through here. Hit this, you want to hit the dash pads. You cannot do this door, unfortunately, yet, so, yeah. So right here, switch to Sky Gem at the door, switch to White Gem. You can skip these guys and just White Gem through the door. Switch in through here. Okay, so this next part right here, there's a brand new skip that was found where we skip Knuckles' section on this, but I'm gonna only try it once. It is kind of difficult for me, so here. So what you want to do is sky jump through here, or white jump through there. Align yourself like right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you want to bounce bracelet 5 times, and then homing attack. And then you land here, jump up here. Here, angle yourself like right there, looks good. And then you wanna do that. And then you hit the switch. And then you're done with that.
Knuckles, thanks.
Now, if you don't want to do that, which I understand, I believe this saves like 5 seconds. 5 seconds over doing Knuckles. Because when you start Knuckles, there's actually a lot of lag from hitting the previous bots. So that's why this saves time. In terms of IL time, I don't think this saves time. But, yeah, just something to be aware of. So, now I'm going to show off what you do if you do want to do Knuckles. It does save time IL, but it's less. Okay, that makes sense. So, now I'm going to show off what you should do if you don't want to do Knuckles skip. Okay, so this is what you want to do if you don't want to do Knuckles skip. So, what you want to do is homing attack through here, homing attack spin kick at this orb right here, so that way you kill all of them. And then when you're on top of this, you want to bounce bracelet twice on that, and then you homing attack towards the door.
I'll go on ahead.
Now for Knuckles, you want to move up a bit forward, and then you want to hold X to charge a drill. And then once you charge a drill, you are able to maintain. It's possible to maintain your speed out of a drill, believe it or not. But it's frame perfect, and yeah, it's not that easy. So if you do not get it, if you do not get the frame perfect drill, you could just hug the side of the wall and just jump on the platform here. Once you hit this box, do another drill. Go over here. Another drill again. I did not get the frame perfect drill, but it is very difficult. So next things next, you want to sky jump up there. Spin dash through here. Bounce breaks to that guy. Move over here. Another white jump flip coming here. So that door. Now to avoid the S rank, what you want to do is right about here, you want to spin kick. And yeah, and then you spam, you want to blue gem right off the edge so you land on this spot so you get all your rings cut. And you should be good. Alright, so a good aquatic base time starting out would probably be somewhere around the sub 3 range, 250s, 240s, and once you get better you should get like 230s, 220s, and then when you're really good you should get like 210s, maybe even a sub 210 if you're really lucky. Alright, here we go. This is the very last boss of the game. Now, this boss can be beaten very quickly in very separate different ways. And I'm going to show every single way possible right now. First I'm going to be showing the most simple, easy way to do this, which is if you get this, you save time. A lot of time. So, what you do is you wait for him to do his thing. You have to have Sky Gem on you. And whatever direction he's facing, you have to face that, you have to know where he is. So, when you see him, face right or left, whatever floats your boat, and when he says, "Here I come," you want to jump, Sky Gem homing attack his horn. Like so. And then, when you jump back on the platform, you want to jump off the platform actually, and then you want to go on the side of the platform, and then you want to do a shoot up, which will result you ending the boss, which will happen right now. I can't show it off because, yeah, it's going to end the boss. So, the next method I'm going to show off, and by the way, if you miss the shoot up on that, you lose, it's still going to be like 15 more seconds only. Like, and then the boss is going to end at 49 seconds. And so when that boss ends, you want to time. So this next method right here I'm going to show, it is a 20-second method. It is slightly faster, but actually it saves the same amount of time as you getting the other method I just showed with the shoot up. So I think starting out this method is probably the best. But if you just want to cheese, so whatever direction he's going, you want to, if he's going left, let's say, you want to go here, hold Sky Gem, and you have to pay attention to the timer, okay? When you see 15 and a half, you want to jump. When you see 16 and a half, you want to Sky Gem. When you see 17 and a half, you want to homing attack him. And yeah, here. 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 17. There we go. And then you do the shoot up. There you go. And that saves, yeah. And that's a 20-second method, as we call it. But there is an even crazier method that we do, known as Sky Claw, which basically what we do is we're able to beat him in 5 seconds. But this is hard to do, and you are required to get not only his horn first try, but you have to get his what's it called? You have to get the shoot up as well. So here, I'm going to be showing that off right now. So what you want to do is, as soon as the boss starts, you want to press twice on the D-pad, spin dash right away, and when you approach the rings, I cannot explain this all when I'm doing it because it is very, very quick. So I'm just explaining it beforehand. So when you spin dash, you want to hold Sky Gem while you spin dash, and then when you reach the trail of rings, you want to jump, and you want to be in the air for like half a second, and then you throw your Sky Gem about half a second after you jumped off the ring trail, and then you homing attack the Sky Gem, and then you homing attack Wyvern. And you have to be very quick about it. And so here I'm going to show it off.
Right back at you. I'll finish.
There we go. And once you get that, if you want to get the shoot up, if you get the shoot up, it saves 5. Yeah, if you get the shoot up, the boss will end in 5 to 6 seconds. If you don't get the shoot up, it's the same as getting the 20-second method like I showed with the shoot up. So really whatever makes you feel most comfortable doing. So you get the shoot up and you beat the boss in 5 seconds. There you go, and that's time. So that is there you go. That is the 2020 Sonic Story No MSG and any percent tutorial right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will put down in the description the Discord for the Sonic 06 Discord, and also I'm gonna put a bunch of YouTube channels that you could use to get some better IL times as well. Like you could watch some of these guys. Like I recommend watching Triple Agent, also known as Liam, Shari6262, really talented Japanese runner, does mostly ILs nowadays, but he did have record in Sonic No MSG, as well as Triple Agent. He had a record for many years in this category as well, and let's see, also Nick867, the current world record holder right now. You could ask me, you could watch any of my videos, you could, let's see who else. Darkspine Sonic, also a very popular YouTube channel and streamer. So yeah, although DSS doesn't really have too much nowadays, but he did have some videos back in the day that he did upload. So yeah. But there we go. That is the Sonic No MSG tutorial and any percent tutorial as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more. I will be down to ask any questions in the comments as well. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And as always, have a good day. See you all later.